Hello everyone, this is HuskyStarcraft here, back with some more StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm action. This time it's going to be a 4 versus 4 mono battles. Before this gets underway and before I introduce the players, I do want to say really quickly, down below, if you want to follow my second channel, it is just youtube.com/husky. I've been playing a lot of different games there. Sometimes I play StarCraft. I also take fan questions, so if you ever want to ask me any questions, go find the video there. It's a lot more interactive of a channel, while this one is basically more for esports, because esports for the win. So click the link down below. Also, YouTube has been doing a subscriber purge, so just make sure you are subscribed to both channels still, because they're trying to get rid of inactive accounts, yada yada yada. Let's get into the action. I'm going to be Husky over here as the pink Protoss. As the light pink Protoss is going to be my allies Javik, bottom center in gaming as the red Terran, and Teneb, the green Zerg. And our opponents are going to be Slave of Core, blue Zerg. Top right side is Strix, who is purple Terran, I believe that's what color that is. Xanthi, the top center Protoss, is yellow, and top left side is going to be DZLPIYF. Not quite sure what that means, so it is going to be 4 versus 4 mono battles, and I actually have the mono battles thing over here. I got to bring it up so I can talk about what units everyone is. So on my team, I'm going to be going for Oracle. And we are going to have in gaming, who is going to be going Widow Mines. We have Swarm Hosts and Stalkers. So it's Oracle, Widow Mines, Swarm Hosts, and Stalkers. This is on the newest patch. The reason I'm going for Oracle is because they do now have a building attack. So that's something you're going to want to kind of watch out for. And yeah, I wanted to see just how good that building attack was. Our opponents are going to be going for Ghosts, Reapers, Colossus, and Roaches. So Ghost, Reaper, Colossus, and Roaches. They're very good in the early and mid game, not so great in the late game, although they do have the Colossus there. And I just realized that their only anti-air is going to be the Ghosts. And I can't remember if Oracles count as a light unit or not. I'll have to wait till those get out, because I haven't learned, every single intricacy of Heart of the Swarm just yet. But I am going to be going for a lot of those. And I think like halfway through this game, Slave of Core forgets that he's going Roaches, because when we were picking what unit we were going to do, we actually had a couple of people switch, because the rules I like to do for my team mono battle games is no duplicate units on each team. So that means you can't have 2 Marines on one team, but you can have 1 Marine on one team and 1 Marine on the other team. You can make detection, but you can't use any of their abilities. So if you make a Raven, you can't use any of its abilities. Same thing, you can also make drops, so you can research Overlord drops if you want, Overlord speed. You can also get a Warp Prism, but you can't use the Warp In ability. And I guess unfortunately for Terran, you just can't get medevacs because they're going to auto-heal. So it does look like they have quite the wall-in going on over here for Xanthi. Actually kind of cool there, helping out his ally a little bit. We also see a expansion going down for both of these players right now. So they're going to be going pretty heavy on the macro. Now, you may look at my base and be going, Husky, what the hell are you doing? Why are you so bad? And I want to explain. I don't know if you guys remember one of the games I played recently where I died immediately to Reapers because I didn't make 800 cannons. And considering that they do indeed have Reapers in this game, I decided to throw down a bunch of cannons. That's going to help hold off roach rushes. That's going to help hold off the Reapers and all that. And of course, it does look like they are trying to Reaper rush me anyway. Thankfully, I do spot the barracks right away. But, or the bunker, excuse me. So I do see that on the way. And remember, Reapers do not have a lot of damage versus buildings anymore. They, for some reason, decided not to use grenades anymore. So they're only good versus units. So that means that I can easily build up these cannons here and get them up in time. But the Reaper count is going to be getting a little bit high. So I go ahead and throw down a couple additional cannons. But you can see they just do not do that much damage at all, especially with the Stalker here, able to absorb a lot of those shots. But now it is 2 Reapers inside, but guess what? I got my cannons on the way. He is going to have to retreat on out of here, and does decide to salvage that. So, hey-o, I'm going to go ahead and cancel my 2 cannons, get my money back, and that's exactly why I went for the early cannons. I'm going to be putting some cannons down here as well, just because Reapers are so pesky. I don't want to be worried about roaches, things like that. But the Reapers are still a nuisance in this game. It looks like he's going to be grabbing the watchtowers. Remember, they do have combat awareness and combat drugs, or battlefield awareness, excuse me, so they can see up on the high ground regardless of if they have the watchtower now. So they can continue to jump around and do some harassment. He's going to have to continue making those, though, if he wants to do substantial damage, because he's kind of losing his window of opportunity, although in-gaming would be vulnerable to those right now. I don't think he has any Widow Mines in his mineral line right there. So either way, we do have an Overlord going to be scouting out over here. In this game, it did get a little bit of a slow start, but the Reaper Harass is something that I did weather, and I feel pretty good about it just because that one game, I think it was on this map, same spawn location, same race. Maybe I was Terran. I think I was actually Terran, but either way, ended up losing that. And look at this, Reapers, fear the wrath of my cannons, because they're going to hold off your cheese ballness, and it does look like Javik got to be doing us a favor and going for, you know, some defensive stalkers for me here. And at this point, is anyone taking any damage? I'm kind of curious on exactly the Widow Mine situation, which we do have a lot of Widow Mines here queued up, and this one right here may not be on the hotkey just yet. There he goes. He does decide to add it, and down goes more and more Widow Mines. Keep in mind that Widow Mines are basically a free unit, so when you're playing team games, you can make lots and lots and lots of Widow Mines. That's exactly what we're seeing right now. And I was thinking, I don't know if I'm crazy, but I was thinking of doing a pure Widow Mine mono battles, but I don't think that I could ever handle the stress of having to control that many Widow Mines versus other Widow Mines. I think that would just be a total pain in the butt. But maybe I'm mistaken. Who knows? A lot of people have requested that, so we'll see if I have it in myself to do something like that. But really, the whole point of this game for me was to try out the new Oracle ability, so I finally have my Stargates on the way. And you guys know me, I like to macro up before making units, so I basically have a good economy going. I got my expansion up and running. I have plenty of cannons here to protect myself from any sort of drops, any sort of roach attacks, any sort of Reapers, really anything they can throw at me aside from Colossus, I'm going to be ready for just based on the pure cannons alone. So that was kind of my original OG idea. Oh, is this their observer? Oh yes, please fly into my cannon. Oh yeah, first blood on that cannon, able to kill that one off. And it does look like the Reaper is now going to be hanging out at the top of the cliff right here. It does make it difficult to kill those, so if anything happens to wander over there, if probes transfer over or something, they can do quite a bit of damage. Expansion now open, up and running for Slave. He has a lot of income right there, actually, as he does have that base right there. He thought that he was actually supposed to be Swarm Host, which I must say, he did pick Swarm Host the first time, but then we went ahead and changed. I guess he just forgot. But regardless, it's just a fun mono battles anyway, so it does not really matter. More barracks are going to be on the way here for our Terran player. That is, of course, the Reaper player. And more Reapers going inside the main base. But guess what? You're not very good versus cannons anymore. Unfortunately, Oracles cannot attack units. They can only attack buildings. But you'll see that happen here in just a little bit. We do have the Widow Mines going to be moving forward here. And they should probably go ahead and burrow, because the Colossus here will be able to kill them off if they're not careful. And he does decide to go ahead and retreat on through. You can see a movement speed of 2.81. Colossus are at 2.25, so it does mean the Widow Mine a very quick unit, even if it may not exactly seem like it. Where does he decide to go with these Widow Mines? Kind of hard to tell. We do have the Stalkers going inside the main base. Remember, this is the Reaper, guys, so this is basically a hard counter here. The SCVs are going to have to retreat. His allies need to go over there to help him out. One Colossus is on the way. A second one now just spawning, going to be going over there. Widow Mine's coming up here to defend me as well. So I got the best allies ever, man. Ghost's going to be moving out. It is indeed getting too hot up here at the top left side. Does decide to blink away. Oh, that poor Stalker messing up the blink all day. Not going to be able to do a whole lot with that. But here comes the first batch of Oracles. Got to be focusing down the command center to start with. And this is exactly what the beam looks like when it is indeed attacking a building. SCVs, you cannot save it in time, as it does go down. Oracle's a pretty good unit, man. They kill stuff so quickly. Look how fast they kill stuff. I feel like it's actually extremely overpowered. Although, if they do get EMP'd, they can't deal any damage there. So you can see I'm very sad about that. As, you know, doing that is just not cool, man. So we do have, you know, he may be breaking the mono battle rules a little bit, but whatever. It's a fun game anyway, as he does have the Swarm Host on the way. We do have a lot of Stalkers here. The Ghosts are now out. They do have, it might have EMP'd himself there, I feel like. Either way, he used a lot of energy on the EMP. But look at these Widow Mines up here, kind of chilling. Oh, they just added a kill counter to the Widow Mine. I just realized that. So they just added that, and let's see, did they add... units, yeah, units lost here. Our purple Terran, I guess, technically hasn't lost anything yet. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see if units lost does show up in there. And, I mean, look at this units lost. You can see most players haven't actually lost anything yet, which is pretty surprising considering it's a team game. Usually there's a lot of deaths taking place here. But it does look like the Stalkers now in the center of the map have grabbed the Watchtower, and the poor guy up here is probably regretting the fact that he now has Reapers, because he doesn't have really anything he can use them against. It does look like the Colossus is going to get taken out almost immediately. One goes down, and the Observer is getting taken out as well. A nice move there. Colossus, though, getting taken out. Cannons aren't enough here to deal with that, but Colossus on the high ground going to be able to deal with those Stalkers. So it does look like a War Prism here now. Going to be moving on out to kind of chase these units back, able to pick up those Colossus to keep them safe if he needs to. more and more units getting killed off here. I think he killed his own Stalker, which is a very sad day indeed. But here comes the Widow Mines. They're going to be taking out some Overlords. The Lynx right here looks like going to be doing lots of splash damage, though, killing off some of the Swarm Hosts with that splash damage. I actually didn't realize it does friendly splash damage there. So Swarm Host versus Swarm Host. Maybe he's going to, yeah, he's going to sacrifice these. So he's doing this intentionally because he wasn't supposed to make them. So that was kind of nice of him to go ahead and sacrifice those. We do, though, have a nuke going to be coming down. Where's that Ghost at? Oh, God. Oh, God, is this nuke actually going to land? Are these units actually going to get hit? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, all the units. Oh, God, the Swarmos, they all get taken out with a huge nuke. I actually didn't realize that happened when I was playing this game. Oh, my God, 45 kills on that Ghost. That is not good for us. Holy Toledo. 4,200 resources lost there. Now, thankfully, we still have the Widow Mines and the Stalkers, so they didn't get hit by the nuke. But that Ghost definitely paying for himself. He is going to be the MVP of this game. I don't even know if he died yet or not, but either way, what an absolute boss. Here comes the Stalkers, though, to go ahead and take this out. No, this is the Ghost right here. He's got 46 kills. He's almost out of energy, though. Needs to get out of there. Here comes the Widow Mines inside the main base. What are you even supposed to do about this other than just kneel over and die? Oh, God. Oh, God. It kills everything. So much destruction in this expansion. Speaking of destruction, the Oracles are now out. And just watch how quickly they kill absolutely everything. Here's an attack down here. The Ghosts and the Colossus have grouped up. They are going to be moving out. And I don't even know if we have enough stuff down there, but I'm too busy mesmerized by the Oracles and their ability to kill everything instantly. They're kind of like a Void Ray, only way, way better. And they can only attack buildings, but either way, it does not matter. And so I'm using my Revelation ability there in case the probes decide to run. We'll be able to see where they go. Goodbye, Nexus. You kill it faster than Stim Marauders with 3-3, so I'm happy about that. And there's another nuke right there. I think it's only going to kill these Loki, even micros the Locust away. Oh, it does get a couple of those Swarm Hosts. Very nice there, but guess what? Oracle's pretty good if there's no anti-air. With no Vikings or Corruptors or Phoenix in this game, the Oracles can go completely unchecked. But do remember that with any of those anti-air units, they would have been able to kill these off very, very quickly. But since they don't, I'll just go ahead and kill all their buildings. Look how quick that is. It's absolutely absurd. So down that goes. We do have a lot of Stalkers now in the game. But it does look like right now, I think Slave has already left at this point. I can't remember. But either way, he does have some roaches out on the field now. And the Widow Mines here just killing everything in sight. The Swarm Host count finally getting pretty darn high. And at this point, this is just basically an Oracle massacre. I wanted to do a Mono Battles to show you guys the ability and how quickly it can kill stuff off, especially if you're able to mass them up. So if you find yourself ever in a Mono Battles, maybe have a little bit of fun with the Oracle. Just make sure your allies have some good anti-air to protect them, because you are going to be in a world of hurt. Here's the Widow Mines right here. Where are they going to go? Looks like right up on the high ground. This is not going to be good if your name is Drone. And this guy's name is Drone. Oh, God. Oh, the Overseers. Widow Mines are so freaking good, man. They kill absolutely everything. So this is the expansion of mass destruction. Here comes the Oracle. He's going to be moving on up here. Gonna go ahead and take those out quite easily. Really, if they don't have anti-air in Mono Battles, it is basically over. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this expansion up here. And we do have a couple of Warp Prisms going to be moving out. Actually, these do have Colossus inside. I don't know if these are White Rock Colossus or not, but it's going to be very, very difficult for them to actually manage to do that much damage. But he is going to go ahead and drop me over here, and I don't really have anything in position. Not my Pylon farm. That's my green energy down there, man. Don't be killing those off. And it does look like my probes here are going to be taking a little bit of damage. So I do decide to go ahead and retreat with these guys because I have no way of dealing with this. Even my Oracles can't deal with them. So I just go ahead and retreat over here. Plus I have this expansion almost up and running, even though it's kind of a little bit misplaced as there was a command center in the way when I decided to plant that. No, I guess Slave, of course, still in this game, does manage to clean out those Swarm Hosts. And does our Pink Terran lose that much? I don't know. Did he lose those Widow Mines? Or not pink, but the guy with the Widow Mines. What color is he? Purple? Purple? Did he lose? Did he lose a lot of stuff here? No, it still says he's lost nothing. Where did those Widow Mines go? Did I miss them getting cleaned up? I very well may have. But either way, he can just make a whole lot more. There they are right there. And no, I guess I did not miss them because these do have a lot of kills on them. He's moving out with those Clouds units. I'm still moving out with these guys, but you can see, does this count as a light unit? Let's kind of check it out. Yes, it does, and with only 100 HP and this many ghosts, then you can actually kill these off quite easily. I used the Time Warp there to go ahead and slow things down. Make sure those ghosts can't chase me around. But honestly, at this point, I was just having tons of fun with Oracle. I gotta say, in Mono Battles, the Oracle is a lot of fun. because you get a lot of abilities that serve different roles. You can do damage to buildings, you can reveal units, and also you can, of course, use the Time Warp, which they just added in, which is something similar to what the Mothership Core, or the original Mothership used to have, was something very similar. I think it was called, like, Time Cracker or something. I don't remember exactly. No, it was Planet Cracker and something else. But regardless, you can use it to slow down workers. You can do a lot of fancy stuff with it. And the Colossus right there get taken out immediately because that is so many Stalkers. And I might as well help out and go ahead and slow down these probes a little bit. Make sure they can't get the surround there on the Stalkers. It does not affect your opponents or your allies' units, only your opponent's units. So I go ahead and do that. He's saying slow probes, obviously meaning probes there. And we do have the Widow Mines inside the main base. It sucks to be a ghost. Managing to kill those out absolutely perfectly. Still, even though they died instantly, still managing to have the most dramatic death of all time. It's how ghosts sound when they die. But Oracles at this point, when you get this many, they just basically one-shot everything, which I am okay with. I feel like the DPS is much, much higher than, like, even Void Rays. And I do see the army over here. They're trying to push down and attack. They got lots of roaches, lots of ghosts. I'm going to be, oh my god, it slows them down by so much. This is actually being annoying to them, it looks like. They really have absolutely no idea where they can even go at this point. And honestly, it's nowhere, because they are going to get absolutely slowed by this ability. There's the nuke going to be launched right there. It is this ghost in the back. We'll see if this actually manages to hit anything. And I had just assumed that's where it would be, because I know that's where the attack is taking place. And uh-oh, it looks like Slave of Core may lose a couple of his roaches here to friendly fire. And he does. A random few ghosts do get taken out. And it does look like my Oracles are totally awesome. And the Warpers right there trying to find a place that is safe to go. But remember, ghosts do quite a bit of damage here to the Oracles, so I am still a little bit afraid of just a couple of ghosts there, trying to bait him into those Widow Mines. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough to kill them off. So we're going to continue flying on around with these Oracles. They are a very fun unit to use. I can't wait to see them in action in 1 versus 1 to see exactly how good they are. Because I feel like if you leave your base, man, you are going to lose so much stuff to these Oracles, as they are going to take out a couple of hatcheries here and there. Yep, they are. Killing off everything here. The couple of Queens do prove to be quite annoying. But Oracles, I mean, they do have 160 total HP damage that they can take, so they're not going to die immediately, but watch out for those ghosts. And if there's Vikings, Corruptors, or Phoenix, especially Phoenix, Phoenix is going to be a hard counter because they are going to be doing additional damage versus light, plus the Oracles can't escape. So it's basically a guaranteed death if you get caught out of position. So it does look like this game is indeed over. Everybody has left the game now. And I do one last thing. I'm not sure if it picks up in the replay here. Yeah, I moved those Stalkers out because everyone's already left. And I just wanted to show you guys how quickly a base can get eliminated by these Oracles. This is an entire base basically dying in a matter of seconds. I think this is going to take less than a minute. It might take like 30 seconds or something like that, as the Oracles decide to go ahead and move on in, kill off everything in sight. And that, look at that. That is a supermarket sweep, man, taking out everything using those Oracles. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh my god, they kill stuff so fast. Oh my god.